What's up, everyone? Mr. Octagon here from Octagon. Give me now. We're back with the NBA 2K18 rebuild. So last time we did the Bucks with Eric Bledsoe. I put a poll in the comments, and there should be a poll in this comment section too. So if there's a team you want me to rebuild, definitely vote for him because they don't get that many votes. So every vote does count, like literally. So today we're going to be rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks, who this season have been one of the worst teams in the NBA. And this roster speaks for itself. It is trash. Harrison Barnes, 25 years old, 80 overall. He's a very solid player, but I do see myself trading him because it's a bit of a contract. Nerlens Noel, he's on a light contract. He's 23 years old, but he's going to get a big payday this offseason, and I'm not looking to pay him a lot of money. So I'm going to trade him. Wesley Matthews. I like Wesley Matthews, but it is a one-year deal, so if we keep Wesley Matthews, it's not the end of the world. Dirk Nowitzki. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Loyalty, extremely loyal. Obviously, he is way too loyal to his Dallas Mavericks team. And Mark Cuban should try to persuade Dirk to win a ring somewhere else. Not so they can tank, but just because that's your man Dirk. He's a Maverick for life. I think he has a no trade clause, which kind of sucks. Because I don't see Dirk wanting to get traded. Yup, so we may have to keep Dirk. I like Dirk, obviously, but I think he'd be willing to go to the Warriors. I would do Dirk for Jordan Bell. I think that'd be a fair deal. JJ Barea, 33 years old. He's on a good contract, so I might keep him. Steph Curry, he's not a bad player to have. Might trade him. Dennis Smith, he's not going anywhere. He is a beast. Yogi Ferrell, 24 years old, 75 overall. He's not going to ask for too much money. I don't see a reason to need to trade him, so I think I'm going to keep him. Salah Mejri, don't really care. Devin Harris, don't really care. Jeff Livy, don't really care. Dwight Powell, big contract, bye-bye. Finney Smith, cool young player. If we trade him, we trade him. If we keep him. McRoberts, don't really care. Maxi Kleber, don't really care. Jonathan Mobley, he was a cool player at Baylor. I kind of want to keep him. Gian Clavel, I have no clue who this guy is. There aren't many NBA players, so I'm like, who the heck is that? But who the heck is Gian Clavel? Well, now I know him. Number one, always get the Hawks pick. We traded JJ Barea and 4 second-rounders to the Hawks, 4 of their first-round pick, and some scrub. Cuban, who the Dallas Mavericks owner is, he's a smart guy, and he has a lot of cash. I think he could talk Dirk into going to a contender, so he took the trade clause off, and we traded him to the Warriors for Jordan Bell. I know it says he's 5 stars. Don't worry. This is all I could get for him, not even an extra second-round pick. Jordan Bell's like a 74 overall, so he's going to progress pretty well in this rebuild. Meanwhile, Dirk's probably going to retire. Hopefully he can get a ring. Never thought I'd say go Warriors, but go Warriors, because I'm tanking anyway. I attempted to trade Chris Bosh, who I just signed, Devin Harris, and a future first-round pick, to the Phoenix Suns, 4 of their first-round pick, and 2 scrubs. I wanted to sign Ty Lawson so I can maybe get it done. Didn't have a roster spot, so I traded 2 players for 1 and a second-round pick. They were all scrubs. And all I had to do with that trade is put in the second-round pick. So we're trading Bosh, Devin Harris, a future first and future second-rounder, to the Suns, 4 of a first-round pick, and 2 scrubs. Looking at a trade offers for Harrison Barnes and Wesley Matthews, and this one is too good to pass up. We're trading Barnes, Wesley Matthews, and a first-round pick in 2020 to the Utah Jazz for Rudy Gobert and Joe Johnson. I do plan on trading Gobert. I know he's a beast and he's young, which is what we're looking for, but I am trying to tank. I think I can get really good value for him, and I want as much money as I can. He's not on a bad contract, but I still think I'm going to trade him. And Joe Johnson, even though he's old and he's not that good, he still has pretty good trade value in this game, so I will have to flip him as well. Rudy Gobert to my favorite team, the Detroit Pistons, for Andre Drummond in a top 5. Can we make that unprotected? Please. Nerlens Noel for Kennard. No thanks. I'll trade Whiffy. Devon Reed for Anthony Tolliver. That is fine. So I'm probably going to trade Drummond too. If we keep him, it isn't the end of the world. An Andre Drummond, Dennis Smith pick and roll would be kind of sick. But a Rudy Gobert, Dennis Smith pick and roll would be sicker. Kind of wanted to get Rudy Gobert back, but I think this is better. We're trading Andre Drummond, a future first-round pick, and 3, I guess, scrubs. I mean, Joe Johnson's pretty good. To the Philadelphia 76ers for 3 more scrubs, and Joel Embiid. I don't think I'm going to be trading Embiid. I know he's good and I want to tank, but we only have 3 first-round picks. For me, that's not a lot, and we don't have that many more tradable assets who are good. Wow, this might be an all-time, other than the Eric Bledsoe rebuild, because I just said screw. No, we forgot that he got the Pistons one. Never mind. So I think I'm maybe gonna trade Salah Mejri for like a young wing. Doesn't have to be that good. Like I'm talking Luke Kennard, because Luke Kennard's trash. Second coming to Kyle Singler. But, yeah, let's potentially make an I wanted to get a young wing who didn't need to be that good, and I think that's what I'm doing here with Justin Jackson. I tried to get Frank Mason and Harry Giles, especially Frank Mason is a biased Kansas fan. Speaking of, we are playing tonight, or at least I'm recording this, we're playing some terrible team. So hopefully we whoop their butts, and hopefully I can get Frank Mason and Harry Giles too, just because. Now I'm getting Frank Mason, not for Yogi Ferrell, but Josh McRoberts and Marcus George's Hunt for Frank Mason and Jakar Sampson. I'm doing this because Frank Mason's young. In my opinion, he's a beast, and I'm a biased Kansas fan, and Devontae Graham is going to win the Wooden Award just like Frank Mason did last year. Bill Self for 2020. Rotation, Dennis Smith, 39 minutes. I'm doing this because I have injuries off. So technically, if I wanted to, I could just play all my starters 48 minutes for third season. But that's kind of cheating. Yogi Ferrell, Justin Jackson, Jordan Bell, and Joel Embiid. I made this lineup myself pretty much off the bench. Finney Smith, Frank Mason. Let's make Frank Mason the sixth man just because Salah Mejri and Dwight Powell. No one else is getting minutes. Actually, let's swap Powell with like the guessing game. Steph Curry won MVP. Shocker. Lonzo Ball, Jeremy Lin. Probably not Rudy Gobert because he's on a new team. I'll say Hassan Whiteside. Or, you know what? No, I'll stick with Rudy Gobert on the Pistons. Jaren Grant, most improved. Steve Kerr, coach of the year. Yup. Whoa! Joel Embiid won defensive player of the year. So I kind of find it kind of funny. Like, normally we don't have anyone as good as Joel Embiid. And he balled out this year and we still sucked. Jaren Grant, okay, so he's on the Thunder now, but he's still the most improved. So the only one I got wrong was defensive player of the year, which was our very own Joel Embiid, who made the All-NBA second team. So Joel Embiid carried us. Good to know. Good to know. Oh yeah, I made Gobert power forward. I guess Phoenix did pretty good. That's annoying. The Pistons did bad. I thought they'd do decent. And the Hawks, they always suck. So let's see. So, no, Phoenix did pretty bad. So you projected picks 1, 3, and 4. So that's pretty cool. And the Suns did not do terrible either. I don't know why it's 2 stars. That should be at least 2.5 or 3. Let's see, in the playoffs, probably Warriors and Cavs. The Cavs almost blew a 3-1 lead to the Knicks. That's weird. Okay, the Raptors beat the Cavs. Rockets, Wizards, and John Wall. And the Washington Wizards win the finals. Don't see that too. The big one. 1, 3, and 4 projected picks, and pick 9. The draft lottery has been nicer to me lately. 2, 4, 5, and 9. So we just moved down from 1, 3, and 4 to 2, 4, and 5. So the lottery still screwed us over. Not as bad as normal, though, so I guess I should be a little grateful. The second pick, Korkmaz, Dwight Powell, Frank Mason, and Justin Jackson to the Jazz for the first overall pick. I wanted to trade Salah Mejri instead of, like, Justin Jackson, but for whatever reason, Mejri has a trade clause. I re-signed him, and he has a no-trade clause. Don't really get that. But let's go to rookie signing. In the NBA draft, we got Michael Porter with the first pick. I was going to take Bagley, but then I decided to take Porter because Jordan Bell averaged a double-double. He did really good. With the fourth pick, we took Luka Doncic. It's always good to get EuroLeague players because they, like, progress really high. With the fifth pick, I was going to take DeAndre Ayton. I thought that'd be a better pick. But I never get Mohamed Bamba. I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. And with the ninth pick, we went best player available. And Day 1 of free agency, we signed Paul George. Kevin Durant and Isaiah Thomas are going elsewhere. Back to their original teams. But we do get Paul George. Wait, what? Marvin Bagley was not signed by the... Okay, I'm gonna try to get him. I have enough to sign Marvin Bagley. We are signing him to $100 million, but I think it's worth it. I might trade him because we don't need him because I kind of want to start Jordan Bell. Or no, we have Mohamed Bamba, so Jordan Bell's gonna come off the bench. And we don't even need to renounce the rights of Yogi Ferrell. We have no money. I'll just offer Yogi Ferrell his contract. And we're set. Great. Or not. That's annoying. So I'm trading Trayvon Duval just so I can get cap space to sign Yogi Ferrell back. I'm going to trade Tyson Chandler. And hopefully I can keep Ulyss. And we're also getting the Suns pick out of it. Now, our first round pick is 4.5 stars. With Paul George on this team and a bunch of rookies, we're not going to be that bad. So, I'm definitely going to trade that pick before like player progression to get a beast. Sometimes a lot of the times I've forgotten, so I'm not going to forget. It's 4 first-round picks, and 2 of them are very valuable, especially ours. And Marvin Bagley the third. I know he's a very good rookie, but he's on an $100 million contract, and I'd rather keep like Michael Porter or Mohamed Bamba, who are way cheaper. So I'm trading those all to the Blazers for Damian Lillard. Our weakest position is point guard. I know we have Dennis Smith, but I think I'm going to move Dennis Smith to the bench or shooting guard. I'm probably going to move him to shooting guard or Lillard. Yeah, I'm probably going to move... Well, I think I might move Lillard to shooting guard. Oh, no, Dennis Smith is better perimeter defender. So I want to move Dennis Smith to shooting guard, and Michael Porter can come off the bench. I think that's a good idea. So let's send him to player progression. Let's look at the team at player progression. I think we have a good team. I don't know if we're championship ready, but Paul George, Damian Lillard, Joel Embiid, Michael Porter, Dennis Smith, Mohamed Bamba, Luka Doncic won't be here this year, Tyler Ulis, Jordan Bell, he had a great year. Let me show you his stats. Yeah, 11 and 11 and 1.4 blocks. So he had a good year. Yogi Ferrell, BP3, Brandon Paul. I know I have some Illinois fans, so I figured I'd go out and sign Brandon Paul. He went up 6 overall somehow. I'm not complaining. And that's it. I don't want to make any trades. I'm ready for Season 2. So here's the rotation. Dennis Smith at point guard. I know I said I think I'm going to have Lillard at point guard, but Dennis Smith actually went down when I moved him to shooting guard, which you don't see too often from point guard to Lillard. We'll be playing shooting guard. Paul George at 3, Mohamed Bamba at 4, and Joel Embiid at center off the bench. Michael Porter, Tyler Ulis, Jordan Bell, Yogi Ferrell, and BP. We're at the trade deadline. We're doing pretty good, but unfortunately, Jordan Bell does need a new contract at the end of the season, and we cannot afford him. So I'm going to trade him to the Grizzlies for Tony Allen. I know he's old, and he's as good as Jordan Bell is, but he does not really regress that much in this game, and he's a very good player. He moves up to 80 overall at a small forward. So let's go to the end of the year, hopefully. Play the guessing game. Curry, Mohamed Bamba, Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, and TJ McConnell. Bagley, Dwayne Wade on the Pacers, Whiteside, Kyle Anderson on the Magic, Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Any Mavericks? Doesn't look like it. Nope. That's annoying, because we were good this year. All-rookie first team, no one. All-rookie second team, Michael Porter. I don't know why Mike James is considered a rookie. No sign. Others, Bamba. All-rookie first team, only 7 points a game, but we have a stacked lineup. We are the 3 seed in the Western Conference. Let's look at our stats. Lillard led us in points. Rebounds went to Embiid. Assists went to Lillard. Blocks went to Embiid. Steals went to Tony Allen. So in the first round, we got the Spurs. Probably not going to be too easy of a matchup. Yeah, pretty much the same team. Just with Steph Curry, Kyle O'Quinn, Joakim Noah. Here's our team as our refresher. So hopefully we win the series, and we do. Great, we went in at 5. Now we got the Rockets. Probably gonna lose. This team added Jahlil Okafor. That's interesting. And probably gave up a little bit. I don't know if Clint Capella was on their team. Was he? No, he was. Now we got the 4-seeded Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. They added Kyle Kuzma. They lost Paul George because we got Paul George. I think we should beat them. And we do. Great. Now we have the Bucks in the NBA Finals. A team I just rebuilt the other day. Giannis, Bledsoe, Jabari, Brogdon, Middleton. Pretty much a similar team with Allen Williams. So hopefully we can win the series. Win game 1. Win game 2. Win game 3. I did not want to simcast. Bring out the, not the brooms. Okay. Okay, we almost blew a 3-0 lead. I think that happened in the Bucks rebuild too. We almost blew a 3-0 lead, but we didn't. So we won the finals in the second season. Here was the team. Damian Lillard, Paul George, Joel Embiid. Luka, we didn't even need Luka Doncic. Michael Porter, Dennis Smith, Mohamed Bamba, Thomas Robinson, the game signed him. Tony Allen, Tyler Ulis, Yogi Ferrell, Brandon Paul, BP3, and some players who did not get any minutes.